Dario, before we talk about this week's game, let's reflect on Sunday's match. Not the result we wanted, but what can the team take away from that result?
We were naturally frustrated to walk away with nothing. We had a sort of tough week leading in with a couple injuries, so we had to change the squad on a few occasions, and one was like right at the end with Marit sustaining an injury, so then we had to make a change right at the end of training going in. But look, I thought, first half we had to adapt a little bit. Playing away, it always takes a little bit more time to settle. We probably technically, again, just didn't, bring them back enough into their defensive half, so they gave them momentum to launch their attacks. But yeah, second half, I think we were a bit more dominant and just couldn't create that final chance.
Although a disappointing result, the squad showed resilience. What does that say about the mentality of the team, never giving up, keep going till the very end?
Yeah, look, I think that's very important that we're always there, that we're present until the final whistle, and the game was there. I think we felt that if there was maybe going to be a goal, it probably felt like it was coming our way, especially in that second half. We were dominant at the time. We were playing more in the final third, creating chances, but yeah, just unfortunately, we couldn't find a way through. But look, yeah, still plenty of positives, and we're ready to get back into the League Cup tomorrow night.
A few players were missing in that game. Do you have any team news ahead of Wednesday's match?
We'll still see. For a couple, it'll be just a little bit too early. Fran should be back, so she's recovered from her illness, so she should be okay. But yeah, all the rest we'll sort of see, but probably might be a little bit too soon for Wednesday night.
Another trip to London. How are you feeling ahead of the League Cup game?
No, look, we feel good. We're still confident. Still a lot to be happy about. I think we've had a lot of good, solid performances this season, and I expect it should just get better and better. We've still got a lot of young players that naturally, as the season progresses, will get better and better throughout the experience. And as a team, we've only just welcomed back Maëlys. Manuela's also just returned back to training, so still a couple restraints on her, but she's getting closer and closer. So hopefully she'll be there or thereabouts after the first international break, so it's been positive, and we feel like that the ceiling's much higher for us.
It is a familiar opponent, already faced West Ham, and it was a very impressive result. Will it be a similar approach to that game, or will you be doing things a little bit different?
Look, we'll still try to play our brand of football. We know we have to take into account the opponent. We know they're dangerous. It's always, you're never too sure with the games midweek in the League Cup. All teams are sort of rotating a little bit, especially with the heavy schedule throughout the week with the 3 games. So it presents an opportunity for everyone. So players are naturally going to be really up for it, that are staking their claims into starting 11. So look, we expect a tough test. The last meeting means nothing. This is a completely different competition, brand new game. So we have to be ready, and we've prepared as well as we can. So we'll be heading in tomorrow night quite confidently.
West Ham have had a difficult run recently. How different do you think they will be in this game as opposed to how they were previously?
Look, it's going to be different. They're, I think, currently top of the group. So with the goal difference that they had a terrific result in their first game. So, we're travelling, we're away. So, I think it's when it's the WSL. And look, I think they've been a little bit unlucky. I don't think it fairly reflects where they've been. I've watched a lot of their games, especially before our first meeting. And, they've just been a little bit unlucky in terms of the result going against them, where they've had good chances, just haven't been able to put them away, and then would concede down the other end. So, we know as well with the last result, and we also played in the pre-season, that they do possess a lot of dangerous players that they can and will upset you if you're not at your best.
It's quite a quick turnaround from the last game to this game. Will there be a lot of rotation? In the previous game, there was a few academy players involved. What does the team selection look like?
Yeah, we'll give an opportunity for other couple girls and others that might need a little bit more extra minutes. We'll have a couple of academy girls with us as well for the game. So yeah, look, it's an opportunity for everyone. We'll just see. We have to also see tomorrow how a couple of people are feeling from the game on the weekend. So today was, again, for those ones that played, more of a reintroduction back into training. So we'll have to assess again tomorrow and then make the best decision for who plays longer and who needs maybe that extra day to recover.
We've had quite a few nominations across the team in the last week. Maisie, Rosa amongst the Barclays WSL Player of the Month, Goal of the Month, Jamaica being nominated for Fans Player of the Month award. What does it mean to you as a coach to see your players recognised for their contributions and their efforts?
No, look, it's fantastic. So, Maisie, all three have deserved it. Also with a very great goal. She put that one away last time, so hopefully she can do similar again tomorrow. It would be fantastic against the similar opponents. So, look, we're really pleased, and it's always nice, I'm sure, for the players to have that recognition. But, the teammates have also helped them a lot to get those awards, and I think when you have many players up for those nominations, it just shows that we're probably doing the right thing, that players are getting recognised for their good performances. So, we're all very pleased, and hopefully we'll continue each and every month with more and more nominations.
The Cup provides an opportunity to make history with the club, possibly winning the first major trophy. Is that the goal?
Yeah, look, it is. I don't know how you can go out for a game and not think about winning that game and what we can do to win it. So, we won't get too ahead of ourselves. We still got the group stage to get through, which is a tough group stage, starting with tomorrow night. We've had a good first step to get us on the board with the 3 points, but we know tomorrow will be a tough test. So we can't think too far ahead about the trophy just yet. There's steps on the journey, so we'll try to go there, put in a good performance, and try to solidify our place at the top of the group.